Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols. Let's dive into the simulation argument a little. You know, simulation at first seems like it's really a fanciful idea. But when you listen to the top physicists, people like Klee Irwin from the Quantum Research Institute, and many others, you'll see that our universe is strangely a lot like a simulation. But who would make a simulation with us in it? If we are a simulation, who would do that? Of course, the most obvious is someone would make a simulation with humans in it, would most likely be a human. And of course it would have to be from the future, so future us. But also it could be a future creation from us that is making an ancestor simulation. Of course, another option is it could just be a creator being. A random creator being that's creating thousands and billions and trillions of simulations, and our life form just happens to be this one. Perhaps it's not humans, but a creature that's like us, that simulates us. Maybe it's even an alien artificial intelligence. Or we just call it a simulation because we've only had modern times to make that analogy. You know, in the past, Shakespeare said all the world's a stage. And there's always been this notion that it could be an illusion, like Plato's cave analogy. And then you start to wonder why. Why would someone create us? Why would someone create a simulation like this? Well, of course, it could be a what-if history simulation. Like, what if Donald Trump was president? What would happen? It could be another attempt from future humans to solve a problem that they're having, and so they recreate in order to see how other options would have worked out. Another option, if you look at how we use computer technology, it could be an immersive game for a very privileged few. If you look at the virtual worlds we play, there's a lot of NPCs and few PCs. Perhaps it's, like Jacques Vallée says, it's some sort of a control system. Maybe it's a computational way to find good, quote, good species. Maybe it just seems like a simulation, but it's really something else. It could be a universal consciousness having a thought. A very deep thought, and that thought is us. It could be a lonely god might make a simulation. It could just be a rare chance occurrence, and we just happen to be it. You know, the classic anthropic principle. So if we are really NPCs, we would live in a deterministic world, which it seems like we live in. But perhaps the real world, not the simulation, is a lot more boring. And thus a simulation. You know, we might be incredibly simple and not really realize it. We really don't control our behavior and thoughts. And how the universe works is very simple, to the point where humans can understand a tremendous amount of it, from the smallest levels to the largest. What if it's some sort of war games? If you look at how we use video games and how we use computers, statistically, we could be living in a hyper-realistic porn or a game of some kind. And what I find really fascinating is incredibly brilliant scientists like Thomas Campbell is actually doing experiments to see if we are a simulation. And if we really are a simulation and we are able to prove it, that would sure seem like a very quick way to stop the simulation, because the simulation is no longer bias-free. Something to think about, my friends. But if we are NPCs, who are the PCs? Interesting question, huh? I love you guys. What do you think about the whole simulation theory? Much love.